A wave of Takedown Tesla protests were held across the country and across the world today. The rallies took place outside Tesla dealerships, targeting billionaire CEO Elon Musk, whose aggressive cost-cutting measures have led to thousands of federal workers being fired. Organizers say these protests are meant to be peaceful, but come amid a recent surge in violent attacks on Tesla vehicles and facilities. Cars and charging stations set on fire. The FBI has even stepped in to help crack down on the violent attacks, and the White House condemning them.
When I looked at those showrooms burning and those cars, not one or two, like 7, 8, 10 burning, exploding all over the place, these are terrorists.
Back here in the borderland, dozens of protesters gathered outside the Tesla dealership in the Northwest for their own peaceful protest. ABC 7's Tyon Marshburn spoke with protesters and has the story.
The organizer of this protest, who is a retired Vietnam veteran, says that he felt it was important to get involved after seeing the state of our country.
Those behind me just joined me. A lot of it's just organic, they just pass by and we have some extra signs.
Protesters say their goal is to bring awareness to how cuts made by the Department of Government Efficiency are impacting the average person. Since Musk is the CEO of Doge, protesters call for people to sell their Tesla stocks and hit him where it hurts, his wallet.
He's a billionaire, the richest man on the earth. He's completely out of touch. He has no idea what it's like to depend on Social Security or any of the other services that they are trying to cut.
It just really irks me that someone, just because he's rich, can do things to our country.
One protester was joined by his 2 young children. He says it's important for his family to stand up against this injustice.
Ultimately, this is the world that they're going to grow up in, and this is the country they're going to grow up in. So I definitely want to show them that we got to stand up, and it's not right to just accept what is happening. The thing that sticks out to me, they throw so much fraud, waste, and abuse out there. Why don't we start with Elon? This is the epitome of fraud, waste, and abuse.
Pete says most of the protesters today grew up in the 60s, so protesting is nothing new to them.
There was a movement back in the 60s that were called Great Panthers. And I used to say, wow, this is not clever. Older people showing up and protesting the war. Who would have thought? Here we are, Great Panthers and making a difference.
And Pete says that he plans to continue protesting, with the next one being on April 5th. Reporting from Northwest El Paso, Tyon Marshburn, ABC 7.